Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm John Hartness, and I'm the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books and the author of a pile of different stuff, a lot of which you can see behind me. There, you can freeze it, zoom in, whatever you want to do. But today, I've got for you 5 hidden gems in indie publishing for famous movies or big monster-selling novels. Because, well, I write and publish indie books, so I want to promote the books we publish and a few others. So the thing that really got me to doing this video was a little bit ago I did a video saying how I thought that fans of K-pop Demon Hunters would really love Hideki Smith Demon Queller, which is a book we published last year by A.J. Hartley that is all about found family and self-discovery and learning who you really are and accepting who you are, which are a lot of the themes in K-pop Demon Hunters. And right after I watched that movie, which I loved, yes, I am Team Derpy Tiger. Although, is there anyone who's not Team Derpy Tiger? Let's be real. I was reading Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. And Penn Cole, if you're watching this, I'm waiting on book 4 with bated breath. So I blew through the 3 books that are out in about 4 days. And I'm really waiting on book 4. So as soon as that happens, please, somebody let me know. But as I was reading it, I thought, a lot of this feels a lot like the Eistfod Chronicles, which is a series that we publish, and Changeling's Fall is the first book. And in Spark of the Everflame, trying to avoid spoilers, a young woman thinks her whole life that she is one thing, and then she discovers that she's something else entirely. Well, in Changeling's Fall, a woman has just gotten her tenure-track teaching position and realizes that she's actually half fae, and she has to go to Fairyland and get her deadbeat dad to acknowledge her, or her fairy magic will kill her. So it has a lot of the same themes as the Everflame books. There's a real name to the series that I can never remember, but it starts with Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. That series is amazing. It has thousands of positive reviews. And if you love that as much as I did, you will certainly like the Eistfod Chronicles as well. Now, another book that I like to recommend when people tell me that they love a certain movie, which I just watched today, so I'm late to the party on this, but the film is Sinners, which is an amazing movie by Ryan Coogler, 1930s Southern period piece with vampires. It's very music-centric, whereas our recommendation is not centered on music. Also, our recommendation is not a movie. But if you love Sinners and you love the idea of the race relation concept that was put forth in Sinners, as well as just a bunch of kind of crappy white vampires getting their comeuppance, you should definitely check out Southern Cross by Vaughn A. Jackson. This is a period horror novel that we released earlier this year, and it answers the age-old question, why are Confederate vampires the good guys? Because the Confederates were racists and slave-owning assholes, and vampires are parasites who chew on people to survive. So why are we glorifying these? And Southern Cross very much does not. So if you loved Sinners, you will almost certainly like Southern Cross. Now, a lot of people here on the channel and out in the world love Dungeon Crawler Carl. I do too. See, there it is, right there. Matt's a good friend. I love the books, have read them all, and when people say, I'm finished with Dungeon Crawler Carl, what do I read next? Being selfish and wanting to sell my books, I tell people you should check out Bubba the Monster Hunter, and book 1 is Scattered, Smothered, and Chunked. This is not a lit RPG book. It is not an isekai novel where someone gets transported to another world. But it is a lot of goofy fun, a lot of over-the-top parody violence, and a very good sense of a protagonist that's overcoming a lot of crap, both internal and external, to move forward with his quest. In Carl's case, it's getting to level 20 and getting out of the dungeon. In Bubba's case, it's killing a bunch of monsters and blowing a lot of stuff up. So if you like Dungeon Crawler Carl, and if you haven't yet read Dungeon Crawler Carl, what are you waiting for? Pause this video, open up another browser tab, go to Amazon and order it. They're fantastic. But then, when you're done, go check out Bubba the Monster Hunter for more of that same kind of over-the-top comedic action-adventure fantasy. I can't make a bestsellers recommendation video in the year of our whatever 2025 without talking about one of the biggest books of the last few years, Fourth Wing. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I read way more romantasy than you would expect given my everything. Fourth Wing is a monster book. It took the world by storm last year. Iron Flame and Onyx Storm. Sorry, there's a lot of books out there and I get them a little confused. Iron Flame and Onyx Storm followed up and kept the fires burning. So Fourth Wing is one of those books. It's that book that everybody was talking about. Well, when someone walks up to the table and we say, what do you like to read? And they say, Fourth Wing, I don't have a whole lot that has that dark academia, Magic Academy vibe other than the Icepod Chronicles, which we've talked about already. But a book I read this year that I didn't publish or write that I absolutely loved was Melissa Olthoff's Rise from Ruin. And I tell people it is a less spicy Fourth Wing. It is absolutely Magic Academy training to ride on dragons and griffins and fighting mythical creatures against one another. It's not so much an enemies to lovers romantic vibe. I think Melissa calls it idiots to lovers romantic vibe, which is pretty accurate, actually. I blew through this book in about a day. I loved it. I can't wait for the second one to come out. So if you're a Fourth Wing fan and you're chomping at the bit to get something else like Fourth Wing, then I really recommend you go pick up Melissa Olthoff's Rise from Ruin. Oh, and there'll be links down in the description for all of these. And if you want to support the channel and use those links, that'd be great. We do get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon when you do. I think it's 3 or 4% comes back to the channel. So if you do that, thanks. And while you're clicking on things, go ahead and click that subscribe button and give us a like. Leave me a comment with your favorite undiscovered book that is like a huge bestseller. But it needs to be a huge bestseller from the past decade. Don't tell me what your favorite book that's just like The Hobbit is. Give me something current. Let's keep it contemporary. So maybe you have to go buy a new book to read a big book and then find a new book. See? We read a lot. My last one, and it definitely is for those people who love a thing and have been waiting for years for more of the thing and probably have finally given up hope and realized that there is, I'm sorry to say, never going to be a second season of Firefly. But if you love that ragtag band of misfits zooming around and fighting the good fight and trying to overthrow evil vibe that you got from Firefly, and cool coat, Skyfarer, the Drifting Lands series by Joseph Brassi, was originally published by Angry Robot. We picked up the series after they reverted the rights. It's a great found family story. It's got a Kylo Ren style redemption arc going on through the first couple of books, and it's full of the kind of lovable misfits fighting the good fight that you love because you're a brown coat for life. And also, yeah, the protagonist has a really cool coat. So you definitely want to check out Skyfarer plus the sequels Dragon Road and Prince of Clay. So to recap, if you love K-pop Demon Hunters, grab yourself a copy of Hideki Smith Demon Queller. If you love Spark of the Everflame, pick up Changeling's Fall. If you love Sinners, hie thee to your local bookstore and grab a copy of Southern Cross. If you love Dungeon Crawler Carl, you'll probably like Bubba the Monster Hunter. If you like Fourth Wing, get yourself A Rise from Ruins. And then if you love and miss Firefly, get yourself some Skyfarer. Bonus, once you blow through the Drifting Lands books, Knight Errant and the Knights of the Flaming Star series that we also publish is another great one for Firefly lovers. So those are some indie recommendations for huge best-selling books and movies. And we'll be back later with more stuff you should read. Bye.